Welcome to Back Into Fishing. Well, it's midweek. I'm here at the Soccerplex. I wanted to make a special video today. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, comments lately from new subscribers, and I thought I'd come to the Soccerplex today, pass along some information what my favorite spots here are. I found out about this place through a video somebody else left, so I don't mind passing the information on. As is pretty common this time of year, you never know what the weeds are going to be from day to day, since so much of this is floating vegetation. But I almost always inevitably start down here by the fountain. I've had good luck here over the last 2-3 years, and the best part is it's right here by the parking lot. Let's get a bait in the water, see if we can't get one on the first cast. Okay, first cast, let's make it a good one. Fishing that 5-inch morning dawn yum dinger that I was fishing at Gunner's Lake yesterday and caught that one fish on. I had a green pumpkin tied on, but I changed back to this. I'm not sure why. We'll try several different color worms today. The water level is definitely down since the last time I was here. Again, no appreciable rain in several weeks. Well, I'm about a half dozen casts in. I haven't had any bites yet. What I have been noticing is that the breeze that is blowing, and I'm not necessarily feeling it, but I can see this vegetation on top is slowly moving off to my right, and there's a fair amount of it over here on my left side. So if I wait long enough, that should all blow past, and all this area over here should be open for me to cast to. Okay, just made a cast to the right side of the fountain. I got a fish. I hope it's a fish. Oh, it's a good one, whatever it is. I've been fooled by turtles in here before, and that was my first cast on that side of the fountain. And it's a good one. It's a really good one. Look at that baby. Good fish. I'm going to say probably somewhere close to 2 pounds, maybe not quite, but I'll get my scale out here and get a quick measurement on him. Okay, 33.2 ounces. 2 pounds, 1.2 ounces. 2-pound bass, I will take that any day of the week. Just let him go. Alright, maybe today the right side of the fountain is going to pay off better than the left. I've had days like that. Just for reference, I caught that fish at right about 10 minutes after 9. It's probably been another 10 minutes, and I've definitely been peppering both sides of this fountain with casts where I could, but I have not had another single bite. What I'm going to do before I leave, one of my subscribers had suggested I try a small Rapala minnow up here. And so far, and I've only looked in my car, but so far I haven't found one. But what I think I'm going to do is untie the worm on my other rod and put on a man's -1 wake bait. I have caught fish in here with that before, in multiple places on this lake. I'm not sure how well that's going to fare. Normally at normal water levels, the deepest part of the water here is between here and the other side of the lake, probably right around 5 feet. That's at least a foot down now. The sun isn't in the right part of the sky right now to see it, but I'm sure I could see bottom to the other side. A couple hours from now when the sun's right, I'm sure I can see that. But we'll give that wake bait a try and see if we get any takers on that. I was just about to crankbait change. There was a lot of slack in the line. I didn't get a good hook set, but That's just a small one. Definitely a small one, but still a fish. Wow. 5, maybe 6 inches. Okay, second spot I like to fish. And basically on this side of the lake, anywhere along in here. But with this one, it's pretty much being kept tramped down by people who fish it. And I'm only about 60, 80 feet away from the fountain. But any place I can get to the shore, I like to fish. And with the water being down like this, I can get a lot closer. But this is probably not a spot I fish all the time because of the weed growth. But if somebody is nice enough to tramp it down for me, I'll fish it. Whoop. Is that a bite? That is a bite. Another small one. Probably just flashed the camera there, I'll bet. Okay, my joke of the day. I cast out, the worm kept going, but the hook didn't. Hook landed about 5 feet in front of me, and the worm went probably close to all the way across the lake. Came on to my next spot now, which is only about 20 feet from where I just was. But somebody's also tramped this down for me. Usually this time of year, the weeds are so bad that you can't get to it. But again, if I can get to the water's edge, any place in this lake can be good. I switched the worm out rather than put on another Morning Dawn. I put the Bumblebee on. That's done in pretty good here in the past. Maybe today we'll do the same. And looking here, it's almost like there's a voice inside of me that says, tie on a chatterbait. Tie on a chatterbait. So I may take that wake bait off and put a chatterbait on. There's a bite. Another small one. But the bumblebee colored worm, this seems to be working too. Yeah, definitely another small one, 5-6 inch bass. Barely get my thumb in his mouth with the hook still in it. Yeah, maybe 5 inches. Now, as long as I'm pointing out fishing spots, I did want to say this: on the opposite side of the lake, from where, especially directly across from where I am now, all the way down to this tree over here, maybe even further around than that. Now, I have fished those spots. They're a lot easier to fish in the spring, but I have fished them. I have never gotten a bite anywhere over there. I have seen other people fish it. 2 people, one I know, has fished it and caught fish there. I've seen him catch them, but I have never had a bite. So I kind of stick with the spots I think have the highest percentage of paying out, so I fish those. Now this is a bit of a mess with that spot. As close as I can get to the second fountain here. The last time I was here, I tried cutting some of this back, but it's already grown back again. We'll throw a few casts in here because this has paid off pretty good in the past. There's a bite. Bigger than I thought. First I thought it was just another small one. That one's a keeper. Okay. Good fish, good fish. I was just about to move from this spot anyway, so I'll get the hook out, put him back in the water, and move on. Here are 2 more spots that people have pushed down. There's one right here in front of me. and this one another 30 feet away from it where the sign is. But I actually have not had any luck on either of these spots lately, so today I'm going to pass them by. And my next spot and last spot on this side of the lake is this concrete culvert here. The last time I was here, I dropped a worm right straight down. A fish picked it up. There were actually two fish in there, but I shook the second one off because he was small. Well, the small worm isn't getting any bites, so I'm going to switch over to the Yumdinger for a while. It's heavier, I can throw it further. But my next spot is going to be around the far side of the lake here, not far side, but this end of the lake here. Now this is where the deepest water in the lake is, in my opinion. The original stream that was here flowed in this direction. So that tree right there, or series of trees, I'm going to fish on both sides of that, and on average the fish I catch there are bigger than anywhere else in the lake, maybe except for the dock, and the dock is more seasonal. Usually if I catch a fish on one of those two sides, it's a good one, say a pound or better. Very few on that side are non-keepers. Something's taking line out. Let's see what it is. Another nice one. He's on top here. I can slide him over here. Definitely another nice one there. Hook just inside the mouth. Another easy hook in and out. Yeah, that's bigger than the first one. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got here weight-wise. 39.8 ounces. 2 pounds, 7.8 ounces. Got one more look before I let him go. Nice one. That's 2 over 2 today. Yeah, look at this. This water is really down. Well, my line wasn't frayed, but I'm going to retie anyway. And I was just leaving the spot. I got blood in my finger. Huh, it's my blood. I was just leaving the spot anyway. I put in my time on the both sides of that tree, and that was the only bite / fish. Good one though, biggest fish of the day. Almost 2.5 pounds. Now, my next stop, because I did mention I don't fish this shoreline over here, but feel free to do so, but my next stop is across from the fountain. Oh, I wanted to mention, and I forgot, that was on the 5-inch June bug Yumdinger. I lost the bumblebee one on a snag down at that concrete pipe. Okay, here I am, crossing the dock on the side of the fountain. Got my first cast in. With the water down this low, I'm actually able to come down here and stand on this concrete culvert, but usually that whole thing's underwater. I'd be standing 2 or 3 feet behind me, normally. Well, there's a bite. Yeah, the line's moving. The drag just wheel on it. Must be something nice. Another good fish. I'm actually losing count. Well, he's a fat one, but he's not all that long. He might be 13 inches. He's definitely at least pound and a half. Holding him here, he's definitely got some bite to him. 2 casts later, there's another one. Not as nice as that first one, but probably not even a keeper. But he must have swallowed. He's bleeding. Have a look here real quick. Might have to just quickly throw him back in. Just splashed me real good. Probably got the camera too. Well, a half dozen casts or so I picked up those 2 fish, but it's been a while since then. I haven't had another bite. So I got 1, possibly 2 more spots on this side of the lake before I walk around to the other side. I might be fish number 3 at this spot. Waiting for the line to move and don't feel anything, but now I have. Getting smaller and smaller. I gotta leave this spot alone. As good as things are today, I might want to come back tomorrow. Now the next spot, possibly the last spot on this side of the lake, is down by where this sign is. Down that's about 70-80 yards down from the fountain on this side. What I like to do, and this is completely personal choice, is like stand over here, fish the small worm, throw it out there as far as I can, and work it back. If I don't get anything with a small worm after a while, I switch over to the larger, heavier worm. Well, that might be a fish. Small one, but I'll calm down. I don't want that hook in my hand. I've lost count. How many is that? I can actually see the fish. Pretty stupid one. Be careful here, he'll snap my line. Another nice one. That's 4 good ones today. You can't beat that. Well, you can. I know they're bigger in here. I've caught them bigger than that in here, but still. I guess he's another 2-pound class one. Sharp teeth. Two pounds, 9.2 ounces. Biggest fish of the day. We're over 2 pounds today. Okay, this is looking better and better. Here's a place to come tomorrow. So I'm going to vacate this spot. Alright, this is my last spot on this side, which I can't fish today. It's really very shallow over in here. As you can see here, the water is really down. But back in the spring, I caught about a 2-pound class fish out of here. A couple casts later, I went about 8 inches. About a month and a half ago, I got one out of here about 9 inches. So, I mean, that's only 3 fish, but I probably only fished this spot 4 or 5 times. Most times, because the prevailing wind blows the weeds down here, this direction, you can't fish in here unless you want to pick salad off your hook all day. But it has produced, could produce for you, depending on when you're here. Anyway, I'm going to go around to the other side. Got one spot left before I'm back to the dock. This is kind of the last spot, or might even want to call it two spots, even though they're just a few feet apart. I've had my best luck down here with the small one. Boy, that last fish really splashed me all over. Pants and even the shirts got mud all over it. Anyway, this isn't really hard to find. It's about 120 yards from the parking lot. And if you're going to be fishing anytime soon, just look for the bee's nest. That's another fish on the June bug. There's another bite on the next cast. A little bit better fish. I've really lost count of how many that is now. Still not a keeper, but when you're fishing for fun and numbers, they all count. I just got those two fish real quick down there at the last spot, and not another bite. I'm going to close the day out here at the fountain. Spend about 5-10 minutes here, see if I get anything, and then call it a day. As you can see, the weeds are all gone from down here. They've all blown to that end of the lake. That was close to 2.5 hours ago. I don't know what to say. Phenomenal day at the Soccerplex. What more? 3 fish, over 2 pounds. That one real chunky one there, probably close to 1.5 pounds, probably barely 13 inches long. Handful of small ones. I've had better days at the Soccerplex, but those are few and far between. So today was a good day. Anyway, that's my take on the Soccerplex. Those are the spots I like to fish. I'm passing them along. Feel free to use them. I mean, I found out about the Soccerplex from somebody else, and I'm just passing on what I know, and I'm happy to do so to my subscribers. Anyway, to my subscribers, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. That is the end of this video. So until the next one, thanks for watching, and we will see you then.